everybody, thanks for joining in. I greatly appreciate you viewing this video, sharing it with anybody else, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever it may be. I greatly appreciate that opportunity. Hopefully I can help them as much as I've helped many of you. A couple big things I want to talk about this month, and this goes for every area of life. I don't care if you're dealing with your chiropractor, your family doctor, your insurance agent, your financial advisor, your mortgage guy who makes goofy videos, whoever it is. I want you to make sure you trust those people. So if you can't trust them, you got to find somebody else. You're not doing them justice nor yourself. Most importantly, yourself. You've got to take and be able to open up everything when it comes to who you are, what you want, what you're afraid of, and where you want to go. With that information, people like myself or others that really have best intentions of their customers at heart can do the most for you. So that being said, I got a couple big pieces I want to run through today. Now, for those of you who are going to have big down payments, let's say 20% down or more, this isn't necessarily going to apply. I'm always going to try and find you a great rate. We got lots of investors to go through, so that's kind of a moot point. We're going to have awesome rates like we have right now, I think, for a little while. So if you haven't done that already, get those numbers redone. Anything over 475, you need to reconsider what you've got on a 30-year. Maybe it's time to refinance. Maybe get you down to a 15 or 20-year and not have to raise your payment hardly at all. We'll see. The numbers could make sense. We need to run through your specific situation. Here's what I want to show you. All right, this is a little different. What this is for anybody who's going to have a little less on the down payment side. We got a couple things. We're assuming a $130,000 purchase. So you're going higher or lower, that's fine. This is still going to take and have the same effect because we're doing percentages here. So FHA loan for a fixed 30-year, we're going to go with a 4 1/4 interest rate. That is a 3.5% down payment and you finance the rest. You can put more down, but on FHA that usually doesn't make sense. So your principal and interest plus the mortgage insurance is right around $754 a month. Not bad, that's okay. Now, this is very, very open underwriting. My preference over here is a little bit more cumbersome, let's say, just because you're going to have a little higher credit score. But that's about it. We can make this work with just a little bit of planning, or if you've got a little bit of savings and you've got good credit scores, this is possible very, very easily. So I'm going to call this Charlie's Choice. This is a 30-year fixed conventional loan. We're going to assume the same 4 1/4 interest rate, but it's a 5% down. Now keep in mind, this is for refinances or purchases, so I don't care. Either way, we can do this. But we're going to look at the 5% equity or down payment. So your monthly principal and interest payment's right around $620. All right, well that's all we've got. There's no monthly mortgage insurance. So between these two, we got a $620 versus a $754. That's over $134 a month in monthly savings. That's huge. That's 22% of your principal and interest. Huge. I can't just, it amazes me. This is an awesome program. It hasn't been around all that long. Things change. That's one of the purposes of today's video, is that we need to know what's here. A lot of institutions, banks, brokers, whatever you want to take and call anybody, your loan officer may not have this available. So that's one thing to check. Everybody checks interest rates. That's fine. We want to make sure you're getting a great rate. But almost everybody has pretty darn good rates. So what's more important? The bottom line. This is a great deal on an FHA. This is huge, and it's a conventional piece that's very easily done with a little bit of planning and just making sure that you work with somebody who's going to ask the right questions and put you into a program that makes sense for you. It doesn't make sense for everybody, but we need to go through your information to make sure, is this right for what you're looking for? So again, part of what's here, knowing your options, that's where I can really come in and help. This interest rate piece, I'm going to help there too. We have great rates. We always do. We've got several investors we got to go through. We're going to find that for you. Here's what I want to focus on. Let's get you the best monthly payment. All right, appreciate you going back and forth with me there. A little fancy camera work since I don't make videos all that well yet. But anyway, you get the picture. This is very important. And the other big piece is making sure you can trust whoever you're working with. So find those partners, utilize those partners, ask questions. Feel free to have anybody call me with credit questions, program questions, how mortgages work, do we need to plan ahead, what's best for this situation. That's my favorite thing to do every day. I'm going to work my butt off to get you great rates, but I want the whole thing to be great, not just a great rate. So thanks again for tuning in. I look forward to all your questions. And again, share this around. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever you can do, just forward it on email. I greatly appreciate the opportunity to help more people as I've helped many of you. Thanks again. Have a great day, and we'll see you next month.